Hey, welcome back to another episode of Camping Camera. Today's an awfully big day for the channel, and it's about to be a big day for one of you. Hey, welcome back everyone. If this is your first time here, it's good to see you. And if you're a repeat watcher, thanks for coming back. And talking about the repeat watchers, today's a major milestone for Camping Camera. We just hit 10,000 subscribers. If you would have told me 2 years ago that we would have hit 500, I would have said you're crazy. But today we're at 10,000. We're actually a little north of that. We're just over 11,000. So thank you to each and every one of you who have made that possible. And in honor and celebration of this milestone, we're going to be giving something away to one of you. The good folks at the Haloview Camera System Company, which we've done reviews on before, have sent over this unit for a subscriber giveaway. This is the Haloview MC10 high definition camera. There's a rear-facing camera and a forward-facing camera with a monitor in your vehicle. We're going to do a review on this today, and we're going to be giving away to one of you. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video to get details on how you could be entered to win this Haloview camera. But before we do that, let's take a little trip down memory lane. On a previous episode, I mentioned that I put a third brake light on top of the galley. Build a teardrop camper, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Yeah. So today is a special day. The Camping Camera YouTube channel just hit 5,000 subscribers. So that was pretty cool, getting to see two trains meet each other nose to nose right on that curve. That I could have probably stood there for a month and not seen that exact scene. So the family Jeep lives on.
It does. GP goes.
Appreciate that tour, Ben. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
And you bought this as a, for lack of better terms, as a hollow box.
It was a big white box.
Just a big white box.
The first thing I did actually.
So what I've done here is I've mocked up what the door of the camper will look like with the latch on it.
You're getting closer.
I can taste just a little extra chili powder.
Extra chili powder.
Yeah.
Why would you taste extra chili powder?
I don't know, because I don't know. I think I suspect something.
You think it's not been up to something? So Joanne says with the changing colors of light, and I brought some strawberries, so we should have brought some champagne because it kind of looks like a bar. I'll go with that. So without further ado, how about let's take a tour, an official tour of the Camp Easy 5945 teardrop. What a wonderful time. Building the camper, getting it out, being able to meet many of you face to face, swapping messages on social media. It's just been a ball. Thank you again so much for your viewership. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that. There's no better time. So let's get into the review of this camera system. So the exterior packaging looks pretty good. Got a user manual in here, got a card of camera specifications, and here, believe it or not, is the monitor. This looks like a rear view mirror. Matter of fact, if you pull the plastic back, you can see the reflection in there. So yeah, it is a rear view mirror, but this also happens to be the monitor. You can see where the antenna goes on top. I've got a card slot here for recording, a USB. Here's a forward facing camera. This had a little piece of plastic over it that just fell off there, but that's the forward facing camera, so you can record forward. Got a couple antennas in this little pouch, a larger one here. let's move this to the side, see what's in the bottom. And you've got your rear facing camera, and this is very similar to the Haloview cameras that I've installed on my camper. This one looks like it goes on with 4 screws, and you see where the antenna screws into it. And then beyond that, you've got, I'm assuming this is probably the cable that supplies power to the camera, and the DC cord that supplies power to the monitor. So yeah, this looks like a pretty straightforward system. Now again, I'm not going to do a permanent install. I'm going to install this temporarily because I will be giving this away. I almost hate to, though. It's pretty nice. So somebody's going to get a nice system. Let's get it out and see how it works. So the first thing we're going to do is mount the camera on the back of the trailer. In this case, I happen to already have a utility trailer hooked up where I've been pulling a lawnmower, so I'm just going to put it on that. We're doing a temporary install anyway because we're going to give this camera away. There are 4 holes on the back of this mounting plate that you would ordinarily fasten to the back of your camper or whatever trailer you're going to put this on. In this case, I'm probably just going to run 4 zip ties through there so that we can temporarily mount it to the back of the trailer. And it comes with this black pigtail. You plug this pigtail into the camera, and then you wire that to some 12-volt power source. Like I did on my big camper, I actually tied it into one of the running lights on the back, so that when I turned the lights on in the truck and the running lights in the camper came on, my cameras automatically came on. And I usually run with my lights on anyway, so it's convenient. But for the test, I just wired this little pigtail on here that I'm going to plug into a small lithium battery like I fly one of my airplanes with. So let's put this on. Again, this is a temporary install, so I'm just going to run zip ties around the gate on this trailer and tie them off on the screw holes on the back of the camera. I know this isn't pretty, but this is temporary. So there's the first one. The next thing to do is install the antenna. And this antenna is marked camera, so it makes it easy to know where it goes. You just bend it. In this case, you bend it, and you screw it on the side of the camera. Let's tuck these little cables in out of the way here so they won't be in the view of the camera when we're going down the road. I could just clip these off, but just tuck them in there. It's easy to do for the time being. And to keep the cord from flopping around, I'm just going to put it on the inside of the gate, and I'll plug the battery in on the inside. Now let's plug the battery in. So again, this is just a temporary installation. I'm plugging it into an airplane battery just so that I can try it for a few minutes. But on your camper, you'll permanently wire it in. And matter of fact, here's a little clip of what I did before on my own camper. Now that we confirmed that the camera's working, I really just need to stuff these wires back up inside. So now let's install the rest of the system. So the first thing I'm going to do is locate the antenna that has monitor labeled on it. Just going to put that on. Okay, and again, this one bends if you need it to. Alright, so there's the 12-volt cord that powers the monitor. It's a pretty long cable, so you might have to coil that up somewhere. It plugs in, looks like to the top of the monitor, so I'm just going to plug that in to right there, and we're ready to clip it on the monitor. Okay, so let's see what it takes to get this thing up and running. I'm just going to loop this power wire around the back of the mirror. I'm going to stick this on there, pull the little rubber strap around there and around there so it's on. I'm going to plug in this 12-volt accessory plug, and let's see what we have to do to get it up and running. Oh, hey, it already came on. I didn't have to push a button. So it's already on. Look at that. It's already recording too. This is the rear-facing camera, and this is the camera that's on the monitor here facing forward. It's got a time and date stamp on there, so you can record when an event took place. Let's say you're in an automobile accident, and you know it was either forward or backwards. You could record that and when it happened. So this is pretty cool. It says it's recorded in full HD. Oop, I just touched it. What happened here? Looks like it switched to rear view mode. Touched it again and went to split. Yeah, and there's forward. Well, that's cool. So you can switch back and forth just by touching the mirror. So that's a nice feature. Let me turn it back off. Just unplug it. And when I do that, it goes back into regular mirror mode. So if I don't want to use this, if I just want to have a regular mirror for whatever reason, it works like that too. Let me plug it back in. So that's pretty sweet. I think I actually may have made a mistake. I said I was going to do the subscriber giveaway. Now I kind of want to keep the camera. Now I'm going to give it away to one of you. But it is pretty cool. That was about as easy of an installation as I could think of. Now, I know I just zip tied the camera on the back of my cargo trailer. But I could have just put 4 screws in the back of a camper and run the light up to a running light fixture, like I showed you that I did on a previous camper. Probably would have took a half hour to do that. So I would say, give or take, you could probably install this on your vehicle and camper in 30 minutes. I mean, that's really easy. I'm really impressed by this. I tell you what, let's take this thing down the road and see how it does in use. You don't want to have to be bothered with looking for buttons while you're driving down the road, so it's pretty cool that you can just touch the screen and change the view. Let's give that a try. So that couldn't have been easier. All I did was touch the monitor on the camera that I wanted to make full screen, and it went full screen. And when I tapped it again, it went back to split. So yeah, that's pretty user friendly for driving down the road. Now, there aren't many buttons on the Haloview monitor, but if you swipe your finger up, you'll access a menu on the bottom of the screen. And here's a button you can push, and it will flip the screen left to right or up and down. So if you need to mount the camera on the trailer differently, it'll take care of that. You can also turn the speaker off on the monitor. So, because there's a microphone on the camera picking up the volume of whatever it's recording, so you can turn that on or off. A variety of functions. And then the menu will go back off itself, or you can touch the screen and turn it back off. So that's pretty cool. So there you have it, the Haloview MC10 dash camera system with a front and rear facing camera. The thing installs really quick, it fired right up, and will probably be a good tool for somebody to use. So if you like details on how you can enter to win this, check out the description below. And talking about the description below, there's also a link in there where you can buy your own Haloview system. You can go direct to Haloview to find this model, or you can go to Amazon to find other models. Now, as a disclaimer, I am not associated or affiliated with Haloview. They're not paying me for this. They basically just sent a message one day and said, hey, we've got a new product. We'd like to send it over for you to try. Tell what you like, tell what you don't, and give it to somebody. No strings attached. So I'm not part of Haloview, and you're not giving me any money for this. So, hey, listen, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you want to come back. If you do, like and subscribe. And thanks again for hitting 10,000 subscribers. That was a big milestone for the channel. So until next time, take care. We'll see you on the road.